It feels really like the feminine is coming into everything for me at the moment. And it's so different. I think I just wanted to share, I don't know why. Angelo was the first thing that popped up to me, and I didn't know what non-duality was. I didn't know what was happening to me in my life. And it was so useful. And I think I heard you make a reference to it once, and I don't know if it is that because we're so conditioned, even as women, to think that we need that from men. And I don't know, because it is what it is, and it was incredibly useful. But it just, all the feminine is coming into me at the moment. Everybody that is popping up, and I saw you interviewing Pamela, and that was amazing. And then I just happened to join a group, and it's quite late because I'm in the UK, and again, just the transmission, the power is so different and so powerful. And I think maybe that's why some of the women speakers, maybe people pull back from it initially because it's so much.
Yeah, it really is. So I'm just going to pin you so I don't have to look at myself while we're talking. There we go. Yeah.
And it feels like, as you just said anyway, about how everything comes just perfectly.
Yeah.
And because of the way things have unfolded, and the maybe the timing of what's been moving, and these really subtle beliefs of separation that were still there, the ways in which you remove yourself from others, and those have been seen. And it just feels like the energy that is coming from all these feminine is so strong and so opening that you kind of, maybe you just need to be in that place where you can, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I think that you're right in terms of, like, it's maybe too much in the beginning. Like, so at first there has to be this like more masculine energy of understanding what's happening and deconstructing the mind to a certain extent. And
yes,
then when there's more of an openness and more of an understanding of how everything isn't mind made, how everything isn't thought based, like, so they're not the truth, then there's an ability to go more into this feminine energy, which is crazy. Like, I don't mean crazy as in like this, I mean crazy as in it's everything. So
yeah.
it's like this, I mean, the Shakti energy, it's this full on. I can't even say what it is. I just know what it is, and you know what it is when you know what it is, and then you can recognize when other people. It's this like full on energy.
It's being in love with everyone and everything.
Yeah.
And it's not to denigrate masculinity at all, because there's just this power there that's just so different. And because there seems to be, I know often it feels like everything's in the world is insane, but there's so much that's been insane for so long, and now it's being revealed. It's like it's coming to the surface, the insanity, the suppression of women, and the way that women, in the thing in France, there's just so much that's coming to the surface that's always been there. And it just feels like in this also, this movement to bring in the women teachers, because it's not a denigration of what's masculine, it's just different. And when you've been in a woman's body in this life, like when you start to connect with everything, you can feel the fear that can be around men, that as a woman, like, you can't help it, it can just be there. So it's just different, it's just so uniquely healing
Yeah.
to be around.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, not at all to discount the fantastic, beautiful energy that men in their power bring too.
Yeah.
But to go to some all feminine spaces, I've always been around. I've had all brothers. I had a lot of a lot of childhood abuse, even teenage, lots of, is a woman in my, I mean, I'm only in my early 50s, but women when I was young, I think you mentioned your mum once, everyone touched us.
Yeah.
Everyone touched us. They just all
Yeah.
felt they could,
Yeah.
and nobody really protected you from it. It was so, so there's a lot of that you work through. I feel like I'm talking too much now, but I
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Yeah, no, completely. It's it's so strong, and not to disregard the male either, because in a way there needs to be that masculine there, the stillness, in order to really go into the feminine. Some people go into the feminine first, but then that can get a bit too crazy and disbalanced if they haven't got that stillness. I look at the stillness as the Shiva, the empty looking, the consciousness, and so when they've got that in place, then the feminine can really come forward. That like radical love, like so much love, like so, and not knowing. Like the feminine is also this immense innocence as well. Yeah, yeah. And I can understand why it gets excluded, because it's not logical, and as society, we needed logic in a sense in order to control, to build up everything that we've got, and the feminine, the unlogicalness of the feminine didn't really fit into that. And I don't mean unlogical just in the behavior, but I mean unlogical as in the mystery of what this is.
Intuitive, isn't it? It's more
Yeah, yeah,
felt,
yeah,
very
felt.
much felt. And I was, anyway, I don't know about anyone, I won't speak for anyone else, but there was so much disassociation from the body because of all the trauma to the body and to the sense and to your sense of what you trust,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you're told not to trust that. So when you connect back with that, once you've cleared it all, which is another lot of stuff, cleared it all, when you've got out enough clarity to connect back with it,
yeah,
it's immense.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
I'll be
beautiful
seeing
to
you in
hear.
Gloucester.
Um,
Shout.
yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure. Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for bringing up this subject, because it's so beautiful for other women to hear as well. And for other men as well. It's not meaning to exclude, like it's masculine and feminine, it's not female, male in the end.
Absolutely, it's not. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Debbie.